I just bought the 2024 Model Y.
And it sucks.
So today we're going to upgrade my Tesla with some of the best accessories available on the market while keeping everything student budget. And by the way, you can apply these to the Model 3 as well. All right, let's upgrade the Tesla. What's the first thing you do when you buy a car? Any car, not just a Tesla. This applies to all mobile vehicles.
The tits. Model Y already comes with 20% on the rear, so the rear was already done. All I did was match the front 20% as well to give it a full uniform stealth black look. And this upgrade is absolutely necessary in my books, not just for visual appeal and provocacy, come on now, but it's also for UV protection, especially for the leather. In the summertime, it gets incredibly warm and hot, and that can actually wear out the leather over time, especially on the front dashboard. This stuff is very, very exposed. So just getting 20% all the way around sets you up right.
And before we move forward, please make sure to smash that subscribe button because it really helps grow a small channel like this one. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button if you like the video, and go ahead and hit the dislike if you dislike it. But listen, on this channel, I'm going to continue bringing you updates 3 months, 6 months, 1 year later with the Tesla Model Y. So if you want to stay in the know of exactly how things go with this car, and it is my first EV, definitely be sure to smash the subscribe button. The other major upgrade, the wheel caps.
All right, so these wheels look great, way better than the ones that come stock. These are the reverse turbine fit. Basically that means I put them on backwards, but I kind of like it this way. And they're also going all the way to the tips. You can kind of see I already curb rashed. This was actually didn't happen 5 minutes ago. Literally, I just did this. In fact, you know what? It wasn't even my fault. But the point is, even though I put these ones on, they don't impact the range. So it's not like you're driving any less if you have these ones on. But what you are getting is a much more uniform and complete look.
These right here are the wheel caps that are standard on the Tesla Model Y if you buy it standard. And as far as I'm concerned, chrome on a car is basically a sin. And after 2 weeks of driving on some bumpy roads, we're talking Belt Parkway, New York City, my hubcaps are still on super tight. There's no chipping, no flexing, there's no rattling either. They're on very tightly, so I can vouch for the ones. Whoa. The last change that I made to the exterior of the vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, we added a spoiler on our EV coupe.
So far, it's been holding up incredibly well. We're talking 90. Well, you know what? We're talking maximum speed limit on the 95. We're also talking multiple power washes. Like, I've been taking this through a power wash almost every day. So this spoiler has been holding up, and it's all just double-sided tape. So it's not even like I'm screwing this thing in. Also, it's bigger than the stock one. As you can kind of tell, it protrudes out a little bit more, and I like that. And it has this carbon fiber texture. It basically adds a little bit more differentiation to your Model Y versus every other Model Y that you're gonna see on the road. You're probably getting a good idea of exactly how I like to customize my cars. We're talking black, everything the whole way through, and then I add a little bit of touch of color when it comes to the brake calipers. Unfortunately, I have run out of money. I have no more money for brake calipers. I would get them sunflower yellow, just like my other cars, the G253 and the Porsche 718, but you know what? That's gonna have to wait until another payday. Guys, one more thing I added that I haven't talked about: mud flaps. Okay, you need these mud flaps. I've got them on the front and the rear. It's to protect the paint, right? The paint chips and stuff like that. And you absolutely need mud flaps on this car. So definitely, I've got these ones linked down below. They were super easy to install, and I would never get mud flaps on any of my other cars, but here, I think it looks all right. I think it works here. And you might be noticing, like, first of all, a lot of people hate on the look of the Model Y, me included, and that's why I've only been taking videos from the back, because if we go to the front, actually the front doesn't look too bad either. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's because I own it now that I'm like, hey, you know what? It's kind of nice.
But let's go inside the car now, okay? Let's see some of these technological upgrades we made to the inside to make it a little bit more comfortable and snazzy.
This is crucial, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta get a screen protector. This screen is literally gonna cost you about $500 to fix if you do something to it. People get carried away with this one. The only lights I've installed in my vehicle are underneath the dashboard. So they're very like, you know, subdued all the way through to the other end. And I know people go crazy with lights underneath the seats, in the footwells, people at like in the trunk. Fam, there's no people in the trunk, okay? Hopefully. So don't worry about that. But I have seen someone do lights on the glass roof, so all the way in the back on the two ends. I saw this on YouTube. It was from the same company that sold me these lights. I might do that. It looked kind of good, but again, student budget. I've run out of money. We gotta wait for the payday.
The most important thing is that when I turn the car off, the lights turn off. When I turn the car on, the lights turn on automatically. So it's almost like OEM. They fit inside. It looks good. It looks like it came with the car. Do you want your car to smell like mold and trash? Or do you want to keep the new car smell? Ladies and gentlemen, everybody always wants to get that like spray that comes that gives you that new car smell, so you can just, you know, do a little pss, pss, you know, do a little pss, pss, pss in the car and get the new car smell. It doesn't work like that. The new car smell is basically a bunch of glue, okay? So if you want to keep that for as long as possible and keep your car smelling fresh, you need proper
Floor mats, ladies and gentlemen. These ones I actually added personally, like I bought them and put them on, that's what I mean. The ones that come with the car are absolute garbage, okay? So you definitely need to upgrade your floor mats. I talked about how it makes it smell good as well. That's absolutely true. So definitely get yourself some proper floor mats. Don't get the rubber garbage. Get some of these. I've got them linked down below.
Now that you've got yourself some floor mats, get yourself a vacuum.
So the Fantic vacuum comes in this nice little pouch. I think it's pretty cool. And so it has this main unit, and you can see a bunch of leaves in there because I have used it. It's really good. You can see the power button, and this is the speed button. On the bottom is a USB-C port, so you can actually, you know, charge it inside the car as well. So it clicks in just like that. Has these little lights up and boom. Okay, so look, it cleaned up the leaf.
Now, if you have a baby and it shats the Titanic, you know, it's not gonna pick that up. But for small messes, for like, you know, the cereal, you drop a little, you know, something on the ground, it'll pick that up with absolutely no problem. Now, this one I don't actually have because I'm broke. I've run out of money at this point, but air pressure. This is something that has been incredibly relevant with me because I am all over the world, okay? I'm basically northeastern United States and Canada. This past winter, basically, it hasn't even been a month with this car. It's been in Philly, it's been in New York City, it's been in Montreal, and it's been in Toronto, and everywhere in between, okay? So I have done the mileages on this car. It's at like 2,000 miles now. But my point is, when I was in Montreal, that weather was like negative 20 degrees Celsius. I'm not kidding, that's an actual value over there like last week. So obviously when I got there, my air pressure was low. This, if I had it, would have come so in handy to just be able to go out in like, you know, negative 20 degree weather and just pump it up. Because I didn't have an air pressure like that, I had to go around and find gas stations in negative 20 degree weather and try to find one that actually had a working air pump and get my, like it was a debacle, all right? It was an absolute debacle. So that air pressure pump is a lifesaver. It's definitely on my list. It's what I'm buying next. Highly recommend you do the same. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this car because I'm really interested in knowing exactly how bad it's gonna get. Look, we know the rumors. We know everyone complains. People who don't have Teslas and people who have Teslas. So, you know, I'm listening. My ears are listening for rattles. I'm looking around the car for paint chips because apparently the paint quality is bad. I know service is bad. Like, there's stories, and I'm gonna bring all of that to you over the next 3, 6, 1 year. Until next time, take it easy. Peace.